In an era where energy challenges are becoming synonymous with development delays across Africa, Zambia is refusing to stand still. At the helm of this determined response is President Hakainde Hichilema, who has reaffirmed that his government is working hard to drive the nation toward energy sufficiency, not just as a policy goal, but as a foundation for real, sustainable economic growth. Speaking during a high-level engagement with the Energy Traders Association at State House, President Hichilema delivered a clear message: Zambia's energy sector is not just a priority, it is a necessity. He highlighted that without power, the country's ambitions for industrialization, mining expansion, and agricultural productivity would remain theoretical. And in today's changing climate, the urgency could not be greater. We believe that we should be able to find solutions to the challenges that affect us in the energy sector, the president declared. Starting with the power deficit that was occasioned by and large the previous droughts experienced in the country. This is not the first time Zambia has struggled under the weight of power shortages, but what is different now is the scale of the response and the level of political will. The government, under President Hichilema's leadership, has undertaken significant reforms aimed at unlocking investment in power generation, liberalizing the market, and creating a business-friendly environment where energy traders and producers are seen not as external players but as critical stakeholders in Zambia's development journey. The engagement with the Energy Traders Association is more than a diplomatic gesture, it is part of a larger strategy to accelerate the addition of new megawatts to the national grid. The president acknowledged the role that private sector players and independent power producers can play in closing the country's power deficit, which remains a key bottleneck to economic performance. We need energy to get our 3 million tons copper production target. We need energy to irrigate. Without electricity, these goals are simply not achievable, President Hichilema said emphatically. Indeed, the stakes could not be higher. Zambia, like much of southern Africa, is facing the dual burden of rising energy demand and worsening climate shocks. The president did not shy away from this truth. He reminded the nation that climate change is no longer a distant threat. It is here, now, disrupting water supply, food security, and the availability of hydropower, which forms the backbone of Zambia's energy system. But despite these challenges, there is hope, backed by action. The Hichilema administration has continued to open up the energy sector to more investment in solar, wind, and other renewables. The focus, the president noted, is to build a diversified, resilient energy mix that will power not just cities, but rural communities, farms, factories, and mines alike. He gave reassurance to the energy sector stakeholders that his government will not abandon them. Rather, it will support them by removing barriers, fast-tracking regulatory processes, and aligning incentives with outcomes. The aim is to turn Zambia from a country historically haunted by load shedding into one that exports energy across the region. It is a bold vision, but is one that aligns with the president's broader economic agenda. Energy is the fuel that powers production, jobs, exports, and investment. Without it, the economy simply cannot grow. With it, Zambia can become a continental leader in industrial output and a dependable power hub in southern Africa. President Hichilema's address at State House made one thing crystal clear: this is a government that understands the connection between kilowatts and kwacha, between electricity and employment, between energy and empowerment. And more importantly, it is a government that is working tirelessly to transform potential into performance. Thank you for watching. If you believe in Zambia's energy future, in leadership that confronts challenges head-on, and in the power of collaboration between government and industry, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Stay informed. Stay inspired. Stay energized for change.